Hello friends, welcome to ACE Tutorials. Today we are going to discuss concept of root locus part 2. In this example, I have considered 4 person and for this 4 person I have not provided any destination, that is the hut which we used to provide as a destination, that I have not provided in this example. As we have discussed in the previous video, the person is a starting point we have considered and hut is an end point. If I have provided for this 4 person 4 hut, then this 4 person would have been ended with the hut. But here in this case, now all these 4 person need to move towards infinite destination. For that we'll see that first we need to consider the path for this 4 person, and we know the procedure. That is, the condition is we are going to provide the path for the odd count of the person or hut. So by looking into that, you can see that from right hand side, if I start to count from this point to this point, I am not having any person or hut. That is, the count is 0 and 0 is an even count. Therefore, for an even count, I am not providing any path. Now from this point onwards, we have considered 1 person. Now 1 is an odd count. I have started to provide the path till the next count. Now here the count becomes 2, that is an even. Again from even count, we are not providing any path till the next count. Now at this point we will get the count 3, that is, now 3 is the odd count. From this odd count, we are going to continue to provide the path till the next count. Now here the count becomes 4. Now 4 is an even count, and for an even count we know that we are not providing any path. You can see here from this point to till infinity there is no a person or hut to consider. Therefore from this point to infinity we are considering no path. So in this way we have considered the path for an odd count from this point to this point for this 2 person, and for this 2 person we have the path from this point to this point. Now when I apply this person will move in this direction. As we know that they should move only in the path. He starts to move in this direction and this person will start to move in this direction. In opposite direction they are going to meet one point, and we know that a point where more than one person meets, we call that point as a breakaway point. So I will be taking an example, a meeting point somewhere here. So these 2 persons are going to meet at this point. So once they meet, as we know that one fellow moves upward direction, I will be showing here, and then the other person will move in downward direction. But now this 2 person need to move towards to infinite destination, but they can't move without an angle. I need to provide an angle for these 2 persons, so that by looking into that angle they will move towards to infinite destination. We'll see what angles to be given to this 2 person. And next, in this case also you can see that this person will move in this direction and this person will move in this direction. Here also I will get one common point, that is I will get a breakaway point, and we know that breakaway point is the point where more than one person meets at one point. Now once here also these 2 person meet, one person will come out in upward direction and the another person will come out in a downward direction. So here also one upward direction, another person will come in the downward direction. Now all these 4 person need to move towards to infinite destination, but with a certain angle which is to be provided. To provide an angle, when 4 persons are there, I will be providing angles like this. Theta 1 I will be providing 45 degree, and theta 2 I will be providing 135 degree, and theta 3 I will be providing 225 degree, and theta 4 I will be providing 315 degree. These are the 4 angles now I am providing for this 4 person. So to provide this angle I need a point in this x-axis. So I will be selecting somewhere here one point, and with respect to this point I am going to draw 4 different angles, that is 45 degree theta 1 and 135 degree theta 2, and then 225 degree theta 3, and then 315 degree theta 4. In this way, by drawing an angle, we are going to show the angle to this person, and looking into that angle they are going to move towards to infinite destination. Now in this you can see I have considered this centroid point and I have drawn the 4 angles, that is this angle I have considered as theta 1 and this angle is theta 2 and this angle is theta 3 and this angle is theta 4. Now you can see that this is the centroid point I have considered in this, and I have drawn the 4 angles here and have named that 4 angle. So theta 1 with an 45 degree and theta 2 135 degree and then theta 3 225 degree and then theta 4 315 degree. These two person they move in this direction and they are going to come out and they try to move at an angle 45 degree, one person, and another person will try to move at an angle 315. That means you can see here, if they follow this angle, then they will be not remaining for longer time in the left hand side, they will move on to the right hand side. So if they come on to the right hand side, then so as we know, if I compare this with the stability, if I consider this as a left hand side of the S-plane and this as a right hand side of the S-plane, then if I consider this as a poles, if they comes onto the right hand side, and at that time the system becomes unstable. Anyhow, you can see that after meeting at a common point, these two persons comes out, but the angle what I have provided, that is 45 degree, with respect to that they are going to cross the imaginary axis. So I should know the value, at what value they are going to cross the imaginary axis. I am providing here some value here, some plus value and the same minus value for both the persons. Now any one person will try to move, that is from the upward direction to this point. So by following this angle, he will try to move in this way and then reaches to the infinite destination. The same way this person also will try to move and reaches to infinity. You can see that the root locus is symmetrical. So that is one of the thing you need to remember if you are considering this example in the root locus method. Whatever the locus you are going to get, it will be symmetrical. Anyhow, this is a general example, so we are discussing with respect to person. And now here you can see these two person also, this person is going to move in this direction and this person going to move in this direction, then they are going to meet at one common point that we call a breakaway point. Now again in this also you can see one person will come upwards and another person will come downwards, and this downward person is going to follow this angle and he will try to reach to the infinite destination. And here this person is going to follow this angle and will try to reach the infinite destination. Now you can see that these both are symmetrical. Now in this way, if only persons are given, then they are going to reach to the infinite destination. Remember always, when 4 person comes, then we are going to get the 4 different angles that we call angle of asymptotes. Now here 4 persons are there, 4 asymptotes are there. For 4 asymptotes I need to provide 4 angle of asymptotes. So here the angle of asymptotes I got theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4. In the previous video we have discussed with one asymptote, one angle of asymptote. For that we got angle 180 degree. For 2 asymptotes I got an angle 90 degree and 270 degree, and for an 3 asymptotes I got an angle of 60 degree, 180 degree and 300 degree. And remember, if you are getting 4 asymptotes, then these are the angles you are going to get, and these are the angles we need to provide for the persons to follow and to reach to their infinite destination. Now I am going to consider this general example with root locus method. These persons are going to be replaced with poles. You can see here 2 poles I have considered, and here also I have considered 2 poles. In this, as you can see, I have not given in the above general example any hut. Even here also I am not going to consider any 0. The 0 is the end point and pole is the starting point. Now as we know that the same procedure we are going to find in this also root locus path and no root locus path. For an odd count of pole or 0, we are going to provide the root locus. From right hand side, I will be counting number of poles and zeros. From this point to this point, I am not having any pole or 0, that is the count is 0. Therefore 0 is an even count. I am not providing any root locus path, that is this point, this part I am considering as a no root locus. Now from here onwards you can see I have got the one pole, that is count 1, and 1 is an odd. From odd count I have started to provide an root locus path till the next count. Now here the count becomes 2, that is even count. So from even count we are not providing any root locus path, and again this path will be considering no root locus path. So this is the root locus path and this is the no root locus path. Here I got the count 3, so 3 is an odd number. From here again I am going to provide the root locus path till the next count. Now I got the count 4, that means 4 is an even number. Till infinity I am not having any pole or 0, therefore till infinity I will be considering as a no root locus path. In this way we are going to provide the root locus path and no root locus path. Now as we know that after that when the input is applied, then this pole will move in this direction and this pole will move in this direction. Both the poles will meet at one common point. So a point where more than one pole meet, we call it as a breakaway point. So I will be considering somewhere here the breakaway point. I will be considering a breakaway point here, and for this two pole, in this also this pole will move in this direction and this pole will move in this direction, and the breaking point I will be considering, the breakaway point I will be considering somewhere here as an example. This will be calculated exact value in the numericals. Here I am just considering an example. So based upon that I am assuming that these two poles are going to meet at this point and these two poles are going to meet at this point. It depends, if both are at the same speed they are going to meet at center. If this pole is slow and this pole is fast, then they are going to meet somewhere here. If this pole is fast and this pole is slow, and somewhere they are going to meet at this point. In this way, depending upon the problem, they are going to meet at the real axis. Always remember, breakaway point will get only on the root locus path. We are not going to get the breakaway point on the no root locus. We are considering this point as a centroid. And by considering from this point we are going to draw the 4 angle. This first angle will be considering as a theta 1 and this angle as a theta 2, and we know the first angle will be 45 degree and the second angle will be 135 degree, and third angle theta 3 225 degree, and fourth angle theta 4 will be considering 315 degree. Now for these two poles they need to observe the near angles, that is for this two poles the near angles are these two, and for these two poles the near angles are these two. So as they meet at this common point, that is at the breakaway point, once they comes out at this point, one will come upward direction, the other pole will come in the downward direction. The upward direction pole will see this angle, but also it has to see the value where it has to intersect. In the root locus method we are going to calculate that imaginary intersection value, and based upon that we are going to mark. And here I am considering as an example, I am giving a value of intersection at this point, a plus value, and the same minus value I am going to give at this point. These are the two intersection points given to these two poles. After coming out from this point, they have to observe this intersection point. From this point to this point, they are going to travel by observing this angle, that is they are going to move in this way, and they intersect at this point and they move towards to infinity. And the same way this pole also will move towards to infinity. So now these two poles have approached to infinite path. The same way this two pole also, this pole will come in this direction and this pole will come in this direction, and they comes out. I am getting here the second breakaway point, and by looking into this angle, this pole will try to move towards to infinity, and then this pole will observe this angle and will approach towards to infinity. So now you can see that both the poles have reached to infinite destination. So these are nothing but the root locus, and you can see these are symmetrical locus. This is an concept of root locus part 2. In next video we'll discuss concept of root locus part 3. In that we'll consider some other example. So hope you understood this video. For more such videos, like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.